Hey guys, it's Ryan Shand here again, and I'm back doing another video, and this video's on my iPhone, pretty much just because it takes less time to upload, and I've been feeling a bit ill of late. Haven't been really wanting to do any videos, just because I've been feeling a bit down, just like I feel a bit ill, you know, the weather changing and stuff. I feel a bit rubbish, but I figured, you know, I'm getting bored and I kind of want to get back out there, so I'm going to do a Let's Talk video on Mortal Kombat. And this is a game franchise that I have fond memories of playing. You know, I've played a lot of it, a lot of the games. In fact, I've played all the games, apart from the new one on the PS Vita. But I'm going to focus mainly on the games from the 90s. On the Mega Drive, the PS1, and the god-awful game on the Dreamcast. But let's get started, and I'll tell you a bit about my experience with playing these games. This isn't going to be like a review of the games. I kind of want to do something different from that. I mean, if you want to go and watch reviews on these videos, you know, you can just go on YouTube, type in like Mortal Kombat review, and you'll get loads of them. So I kind of want to do something a bit different. This is just my experience in playing these games. So yeah, let's get started. First up is Mortal Kombat 1 on the Mega Drive. Of course, epic title. I can remember playing this game way back in the day. My friend David had it. I never actually owned this title, but until, what was it, about like a year or so ago, because I just kind of forgot about it once all the new games had come out. But my friend David had this for new, and we'd go round to his house and we'd play it for hours on end, and you know, it's so good getting into the fighting games, because this was the first fighting game I'd ever played, and you know, the characters as well were really, really good, and the graphics back then for the Mega Drive were just awesome. The music as well was pretty cool, and everything about it was just a great game. The controls as well, you know, playing it now, the controls are a lot slower, but playing it back then, the controls just seemed to fit really, really well, and it was just an epic game for us to play, and we really enjoyed it. So, one of my all-time favourite games. Not many characters in it, but still a fantastic game to play, and well worth picking up if you don't have it already. And also, sorry about the shakiness, guys, I haven't quite set up the iPhone properly, but it's sort of just like balancing on my arm, if you like. But I'm sure it'll be alright. Next game, obviously, is Mortal Kombat 2. A fantastic game as well. This was probably even better than the first game, because it had more characters in it. And me and my friend David used to love the fact that you could play as Reptile in this game, because Reptile was obviously a hidden character in the very first game. And I just enjoyed this game so much when it came out, and I actually got this game new when it came out, and it's still in mint condition. You know, I've looked after it because I loved it so much. I think that the music was fantastic. The stage designs, you know, for the fights and stuff were excellent. You know, I mean, the real attention to detail is epic in this game, and that was something that I really, really enjoyed as well playing. But I think what I enjoyed even more about this game was the fact that, you know, most of the characters that were secret in the first game were playable in this game. Like Shang Tsung, who was the boss in the first game, he's playable in this game. He's completely different, and you can like transform into any of the characters in the game. You could even transform into Kintaro, who is the sub-boss in the game, which is Ace. You know, if you're rapidly running low in life and you need some big power hits, transform into Kintaro and you kick ass in this game, basically. But this is a fantastic game to play. Probably one of the best Mortal Kombat games I've ever played. And we would go down to his house, we'd play this game, we'd get his friends over and my friends over, and we'd play like tournament games in this. You know, we'd be like one-on-one, who can win as many games as possible, who can be the first to fight Jade and Noob Saibot and Smoke, you know, the secret characters in this game. But you know, it was just so much fun to play, and we used to love sitting trying to work out all the fatalities. I think the very first fatality we actually pulled off in this game was Baraka's head chop, and that was completely by accident. I can remember our reactions from when we actually did that for the first time. We were just in complete shock that we managed to pull it off. So, total geeks back then, by the way. Still am. But yeah, excellent game. Great childhood memories playing it, and cannot rate this game highly enough. Moving on to Mortal Kombat 3. On the Mega Drive, it's a great title, but on the PC and PS1, it's even more epic. It's a great game to play, it really is, but I think it just kind of, Mortal Kombat 2 kind of set the precedence of what the game should, the Mortal Kombat franchise really should have been, and Mortal Kombat 3 kind of faded away from that, and especially with the exclusion of some of our favourite characters, which were Scorpion, the Sub-Zero. Although Sub-Zero's in this game, we preferred the classic style of Sub-Zero and his Lin Kuei ninja outfit. This Sub-Zero didn't really do it for us, but Scorpion was the biggest exclusion in this game, and it was a massive shock for everybody back then. And I think a lot of people were disappointed by that, and me especially, because Scorpion was one of my favourite characters. And I have to say it was a big letdown that it wasn't in this game, but the new characters that they introduced into this game was fantastic. Like Cyrax, Sector, being two of them, Cabal, being the alien dude with the mask, Striker being the cop. You can get to use his gun and stuff. That was pretty epic. So yeah, that wasn't too bad, but the fact Scorpion wasn't in this game really let it down for me, and I do enjoy this game, but like I say, I think the PC version's far better, because me and my friend Stephen, who I used to go around to school, used to go around to his house after school, would sit and play this religiously, on the PC. I wasn't very good at the keyboard controls for pulling off the moves and stuff, but I absolutely loved playing this game on the PC and watching him playing it. And we'd always get to Shao Kahn, but we could never beat him. Yeah, but no, I think on the Mega Drive as well, it's a really good port for the Mega Drive, but of course to leave out Shiva, which is one of the instrumental characters in the series, especially from Mortal Kombat 3 onwards. But that's a small negative factor, as well with the fact with Scorpion being not in this game. This game doesn't rate quite as highly as Mortal Kombat 2 for me, but even probably not as highly as Mortal Kombat 1, but I love this game anyway. I think it's a really, really good title to pick up if you can get it. And lastly on the Mega Drive is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And this was fun for me because it included Scorpion in it, and I was happy with that, but I have to say, it's not a great game. It's kind of a letdown, really, and I don't have many memories of playing this game back in the day because I didn't actually own it back in the day, and none of my friends did either. It was kind of one of those obscure Mega Drive titles that nobody really knew about. But it's a fun game to go back and play now, but it's just like playing Mortal Kombat 3 with the extra characters in it. That's really all it is, and yeah, there's not really much to talk about with that one. Everybody knows Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So then that's when the games on the Mega Drive stopped, and because I was a massive Mega Drive fan, I kind of went on to the Sega Saturn after that. So I kind of missed the PS1 games to start with, but I eventually got a PS1. I eventually picked up the titles, and we picked up Mortal Kombat 3 on the PS1. Now this is a lot like the PC version. The controls are a lot more fluid than they are in Mortal Kombat 3. The character design even looks a heck of a lot better. Even though it's the same graphics and stuff, really, this just sort of makes it more crystal clear, and the music as well is fantastic in this game. I enjoy this version more than Mortal Kombat 3 and the Mega Drive version, obviously, because the controls are a lot better, but it still just misses that cutting edge that could have made Mortal Kombat 3 an epic title. I felt from this game onwards that they kind of took a step back, and it's a bit of a shame that, but yeah, I think it's a great game to play. If you haven't played it already, it's really got an eerie feel about it. It doesn't really feel like a Mortal Kombat game. It feels like there's more of a storyline developing, rather than just a solid beat 'em up. But it's fun to get into, but it is quite eerie and creepy. Some of the stages are really creepy, the music and stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed playing this when I got my PlayStation 1, and yeah, it's a great game to pick up, especially when you get it in the cardboard sleeve, because that's quite a rare one. But yeah, it's fun to pick up. You may as well pick it up if you can see it cheap, buy it. You know what I mean? Then after